You get the phone call you never expected. The plan you spent months on falls apart. The job you thought was secure is gone. In a single moment, the rug is pulled out from under you. These moments of unexpected change can leave us feeling powerless and adrift. But what if you could learn a mindset so powerful that it doesn't just help you survive these shocks, but actually helps you thrive because of them? The Stoics called it a superpower, and today we're going to make it yours. When life throws a wrench in our plans, our first instinct is to fight back. We think, this shouldn't be happening, or why me? This resistance is exhausting. It keeps us stuck in anger and grief, unable to move forward. The Stoic approach is not about being emotionless. It's about being effective. It's about learning to stop fighting the waves and instead how to surf them. Our goal is to give you a Stoic toolkit to navigate any unexpected change with grace and resilience. Our toolkit starts with a vital first step: the dichotomy of control. When crisis hits, you must immediately separate what you control from what you can't. The event itself, the layoff, the diagnosis, it has happened. It is now outside your control. Wasting energy wishing it were different is futile. What is in your control? Your response, your thoughts, your actions, your attitude. This is the only place your power lies. The philosopher Epictetus taught that our freedom is found in recognizing this bright line. It's the essential first aid that allows you to think clearly. Once you've applied first aid, you can move to the Stoic superpower, a radical concept called Amor Fati. This Latin phrase means a love of fate. This does not mean you have to be happy about tragedy. It means you must learn to not just accept, but to embrace whatever happens, good or bad, as a necessary part of your path. Think of it like a blacksmith's fire. The fire is hot and destructive, but it's also what forges iron into strong steel. Amor Fati is the ability to look at the fire of your circumstances and say, I will not just endure this, I will use it to forge myself into something stronger. What's our usual approach when things go wrong? We complain, we blame, we live in a state of if only. The Stoics call this adding a second arrow. The first arrow is the unfortunate event itself. That you can't control. The second arrow is your own negative reaction, your resistance, your self-pity. And that second arrow is one you shoot into yourself. Often, this self-inflicted wound hurts far more than the original event. Resisting reality doesn't change it. It only chains you to the past. Let's apply this. Here are 3 common fires and how to use them. First, the sudden job loss. The problem: you're unexpectedly laid off from a job you thought was secure. The reaction: panic, anger, and feeling like a failure. The Stoic reframe. First, dichotomy of control. The layoff is done. Your response is everything. Second, Amor Fati. Okay, this has happened. What opportunity is hidden in this forced reset? Actionable steps. First, allow yourself a day for the shock, then draw a line. Second, ask, what does this make possible? Maybe it's a chance to switch careers or learn a new skill. Find one positive possibility. Second, an unexpected health diagnosis. The problem: a doctor gives you or a loved one difficult health news. The reaction: despair, endless searching for worst-case scenarios, feeling like a victim. The Stoic reframe. The diagnosis is a fact. Amor Fati isn't about liking the illness. It's about loving your role in facing it with courage and grace. Actionable steps. First, separate the medical facts from the fearful stories your mind is creating. Second, define your new job. Ask, what is my role now? Perhaps it's to learn about treatment, support your family, or simply face each day with virtue. Focus on your job. Third, a major plan falls apart. The problem: you're about to move or launch a project and a key element falls through. The plan is ruined. The reaction: frustration, anger, wanting to give up. The Stoic reframe. The universe just edited your script. You can either be angry at the editor or work with the new lines. Amor Fati says, this new path is the path. Actionable steps. First, use the mantra. the obstacle is the way. How can this roadblock be a detour to a better place? Second, find the smallest next step. Don't create a new grand plan. What is the one tiny, controllable action you can take right now? Let's be clear, this is not about toxic positivity or pretending that painful things don't hurt. They do. Stoicism is about acknowledging that pain without letting it break you. The dichotomy of control is your immediate first aid. It stops the bleeding by focusing you on what you can do. Amor Fati is the long-term strength training. It takes the scar tissue from life's wounds and turns it into strength. This mindset transforms you from a passive victim of your life story into the active hero. You realize you can use any plot twist to develop more courage, wisdom, and resilience. How do we build this muscle for adapting to change? Here are 3 daily habits. First, the opportunity mantra. When something small goes wrong, immediately say to yourself, "Good, an opportunity to practice patience." This trains your brain to look for the benefit in any setback. Second, practice negative visualization. Spend 2 minutes in the morning thinking about what could go wrong, not to create anxiety, but to appreciate what you have and be mentally prepared if something does change. Third, keep a reverse journal. At day's end, pick one thing that went wrong and write about what it taught you and how it might be a blessing in disguise. This is how you actively practice Amor Fati. You cannot choose the hand you are dealt in life. You will face storms, fires, and unexpected plot twists. That is guaranteed. But you always have the power to choose what you do next. You have the power to not just accept your fate, but to love it, and to use it as the raw material to build a life of strength and character. That is the greatest freedom there is. Now, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me, what is one recent unexpected change that you can try to reframe using these ideas? Sharing your story can inspire everyone here. And if this video gave you a tool to face the future, please give it a like, subscribe to Real Life Stoic, and share it with someone going through a tough time. Thank you for watching. Embrace your path.